Let's see. Never reform too much at once. It must be considered that there is nothing more difficult to carry out, nor more doubtful of success, nor more dangerous to handle than to initiate a new order of things. Niccolo Machiavelli. Human psychology contains many dualities, one of them being that even while people understand the need for change, knowing how important it is for institutions and individuals to be occasionally renewed, they are also irritated and upset by changes that affect them personally. They know that change is necessary and that novelty provides relief from boredom, but deep inside they cling to the past. Change in the abstract or superficial change they desire, but a change that upsets core habits and routines is deeply disturbing to them. No revolution has gone without powerful later reaction against it, for in the long run, the void it creates proves too unsettling to the human animal, who unconsciously associates such voids with death and chaos. The opportunity for change and renewal seduces people to the side of the revolution, but once their enthusiasm fades, which it will, they are left with a certain emptiness, yearning for the past to create an opening for it to creep back in. It is far easier and less bloody to play a kind of con game. Preach change as much as you like, and even enact your reforms, but give them the comforting appearance of older events and traditions. Daily law: if you are new to a position of power or trying to build a power base, make a show of respecting the old ways of doing things. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. Good one. That's from the 48 Laws of Power. Law number 45, preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. I like that. That makes sense. Slow incremental change is more lasting anyways. Change that happens too fast tends to not be able to stick over time. That's why habits that settle for good take time to settle in. That's why all those people are like, all right, this is the day I'm going to get in shape. And then it lasts like a week or a month or maybe even a year. But then over time, it's just not even a year. I think a year is too long. If you're able to sustain a workout plan for a year, chances are the next year you're going to do the same. That's funny. All right, let's hit the road. Still kind of waking up. Hold on. I have more of this. All right. Okay, let's do some things. Tried to clean my windows. Didn't do such a great job. I blame the squeegee. I need to throw that one away. Oh man. Yeah, I like change. It's funny. I sent my buddy. I follow this account on my Instagram, and it always shows like these cool pictures of like these samurais with crazy masks and stuff. And there's always just like a sentence of text over like the image in the background. And the imagery is really cool. That's what caught my eye to the account anyways. But the line that on the one that I saw yesterday said something about like, if it's not working out, just burn it all down to the ground and start again. And when I read that, I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. I've done that for sure. I've done that in my life, and I've done that to myself. And then for each one of these posts, like the stuff that they write, like the body of the text, was a long old explanation of just the line that was on floating on the image. Pretty much was saying that, like, it takes more energy trying to make something work that isn't going to work than it would just to burn it all down and start again from new. It's pretty much the metaphor of the phoenix, that transformational change, I guess, but in this case, it's like whatever isn't working is the old. And you just gotta take it all the way down to the base in order for that to make way for whatever is going to work or whatever is new. It was really cool. This whole account's really cool. It's always stuff like that. Whoever writes like the messages on the post, they do a real good job. That's actually something I could probably read in these videos also, but it's on my phone, so wouldn't be able to do that. I was thinking a camera to do these with. But I like the idea of doing that. I don't know why. There's something purifying about that idea. I was even doing that with my social medias, or just mainly my Instagram. Started to unfollow a bunch of people. And it's funny, as I started doing that, a bunch of other people that I follow that I forgot about, that I don't really ever see on my scroll, started showing up again. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that would work that way. And it's much more healthy mental input, anyways. Which I appreciate. That's what I was looking to do, because most of the stuff I was unfollowing, I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit anymore. I don't want to hear about politics or any kind of dramatic bullshit. I have no use for this. Because most of my information I get from my podcast, anyways. I don't need this on my Instagram. I want to be inspired. And it seems to be working. I like being inspired, and I like inspiring others. I had all kinds of dreams too. I was trying to remember. It's funny how crazy they just leave you as soon as you wake up. Like the memory of it. It seems so vivid when you're having them. And then once you wake up, it's just gone. I'm like, ah, damn it. I wanted to talk about that. This last little illness I had is annoying because it left like this little, it feels like raw in my lungs. I don't know why. It's like this weird little scratchy kind of, and it's slightly congested still. It's so annoying. But like raw is the only word I could think of to describe how it feels. Whatever that was, it did something. I don't like it. You know, I think a lot of these cars, as they pass me, they have all the new cars have screens, these big ass screens for like the radio or the entertainment console, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't want. I would love a new car, but I don't like the idea of just having that big ass screen right there the whole time. I'm not a screen person. See that right there? Whatever's making me do that is annoying. It wasn't even affecting like the way I breathe, like especially like taking a big, deep breath in. It was feeling like sensitive on the exhale, and it would like make me cough if I took too deep a breath, or I'd have to like really control the exhale. Otherwise, I would like cough. It's like really weird. And I know around the time that I like felt really ill is when they were saying like the stupid hantavirus things going around. I want to blame it on that. Who knows? Probably just another variant from the little virus that could. I didn't wake up with a headache today, which is a good thing. I was thinking it had something to do with like caffeine. Didn't happen today. Thinking maybe it was just maybe I had my hair up too tight. That could do it. That will give you a headache. Most guys will never know that. That's what happens. See what the sign says today. One day these freeway signs are just going to be one high definition screen. I noticed that the update on this one, like the digital lettering, is way better than it was before. It's not a screen yet, like a phone, but North 5 at Weldon Canyon, 3 right lanes closed. What the heck is Weldon? I think that's past where I'm going. I don't ever see a Weldon exit. So annoying. I think it's important that people do that in their lives at least once. Just burn it all down, start new. Because the good part is, when you do that, you start fresh with information that you gain. If you're smart, you start fresh with information that you gained from before. And now you get to start fresh with that information. You didn't have that before when you started out before. That's the good thing about it. And that puts you ahead of the game on your next go round. But most people are trying to hang on to what they have going on, trying to make that work. They're not realizing the opportunity that they're missing. I think. I mean, that's just from my experience. That's what I think. And a lot of fear, like that page said, a lot of fear keeps them holding on, because starting fresh is like that's the void, that's the unknown. It's exactly what that page said. I like the unknown for some reason. I seem to thrive. Like my energy gets amped up when I'm in it, in that state. That's like an exciting thing for me for some reason. I don't know why. All right, just exited the valley. It's funny, I just saw a shipping container behind a truck. There's a company called Evergreen that ships containers like that. It said it right across the container right now. It said Evergreen. And if I remember correctly, there's a conspiracy theory. Well, first let's start with fact. If I remember correctly, Hillary Clinton's, like every president and their significant other, and I think all high political positions like the vice president, and I don't know how far down this goes, but they all have code names. I don't know what Trump's code name is, now that I think about it. But Hillary Clinton's code name was Evergreen. I have to look that up. But if I remember correctly, that's what it was. And the conspiracy theory that goes along with that has to do, I believe, with trafficking. Trafficking of some sort. And they associate that code name, or that's what it is. It's not a nickname, it's a code name. They associate that with those shipping containers. I don't remember if it had to do with human trafficking or weapons trafficking. I don't remember. But that's the tinfoil hat around that. I have to look up whatever Trump's code name is. Now this one says North 14. Oh, okay. That's off the 14. I'm not taking the 14. The other one said the 5, but it said the same street on this one. Weldon Canyon. I don't do Weldon Canyon. Good amount of trucks on this route today. Oh, come on. Sir or madam, you need to F off. I like this stretch of the drive because it's really dark right here. I don't know why I like it. You know what I like? I like that there's not a lot of artificial light. Not that it's dark. I just don't like artificial light, I think. It feels more peaceful when it's like this. They're doing all this construction with this bright ass light. And something about it I don't like. Like, I don't mind the light that my car is making, or like the other cars around me. It's like all the light from like this construction bullshit. And I like all the darkness around me right now. I don't know why. It's natural, that's what it is. That's what's supposed to be happening. And if you wanted to take it like philosophically, only from a position of darkness can you see light. You can't see the light when you're in the light, if that makes sense. The contrast is what makes the light more bright. It's like when you come out of a movie theater from being in the dark and the light is too bright and your eyes have to adjust. It's like that. The light's more special when you're in the dark. Take that how you will. Or in my head it just said, if you're in the light all the time, you can't differentiate natural light from artificial light. Take that as you will. And then in my head it just said, but if you're in the dark for too long, any amount of light is too bright. There's got to be some sort of balance. That's what my head said. Alright. See, out here is already too much ambient light because there's a lot more houses and stuff out here. There's a lot more light reflecting off the low clouds. And then coming up, they put like these lights along this part of the freeway, so it's all lit up. I don't like it for some reason. It looks like all these street lamps kind of that they installed. This is relatively new. So now all this light is fake. It's not real. I see arrows. Hopefully my exit's okay. I don't know. I assume it's all. I don't know if they're widening the freeway out here. I don't know exactly what they're doing. There just always seems to be something happening out here. Can't really tell what. I hear they're making all kinds of dust in the middle. They have to be widening everything or something. I don't know. Makes no sense. But it looked like it was on the other side of the freeway. On my side of the freeway, it doesn't look like they're doing anything. Like, let me see. Well, there's some trucks right here. I guess they had to. That's fine. Whatever. Get a pass. Oh, they're definitely widening the freeway on this side. I'm gonna have to use this exit, guys. Sorry to tell you, this is just gonna have to be what it is. Let's see. I gotta do what I gotta do, gentlemen. Yep, had to happen. They cut that way too. They actually ended up opening the cones to this exit, but like way too late. Whoever the hell is doing this and working for the city needs to up their game, because that was retarded what they just did. Who the heck plans these things? Need to get tased. Alright, the final stretch. Alright. I had safely arrived. Boom, boom. That is all, folks. Oh, wow, my gas went way down. That's weird. Well, I guess maybe if we're going somewhere, get more gas today. Okay. I think the needle adjusted a little bit or something. Who knows? I am safe. Go to work.